But Ben is just really a nice guy, and he's very generous. Even though he's the only child, he's very generous. I like that about him, and I like that he makes me laugh. I mean, we're friends. You know, I remember telling Gigi years ago when we were single. I remember telling her, like, I would love to find a man who I can kick it with, like my girlfriends. And of course, it ain't gonna be the same, but somebody who I can be me, and I can just kick. And we really, Ben and I to this day are still like friends, you know. And I like that I like that he can come and blend in with me, that he's not the jealous, possessive type. I mean, he is, of course, as a man, but he's not an asshole to the point where I can't take him nowhere because he gonna act up. And for the most part, he's gotten along with my friends too. You do need to like, some days I don't like him, you know, some days I don't like him, but I still love him. For the main part, he's a chill guy. So I like that he's like that calm to my storm.
Ooh,
a lot of times. He's the calm to my storm a lot of times. That's part of what attracts us to each other, because we're both competitive and we're both the type where we always are striving to do something better with ourselves. And we've always motivated each other to do beyond what we're doing.
A lot of people mention that what has saved their relationship or their marriage is because they have been friends with the person first. And if it wasn't for that, they probably would have been out of their marriage by now.
Mm-hmm. But for the most part, we have a active and great sex life. So, and that is something, you know, it might seem superficial to people, but that is something that does help in the relationship. You know,
well, you know what I mean? Well, research already says off rip that the reason why most people in a relationship is because of sex, financial, and communication. Immediately what my mind goes to, do all men do this? At some point, you can't be married for X amount of time and somebody don't cheat, or they have not thought about cheating, or they have not entertained it in some kind of way by a look, by passing their number or something. I still have men that have a complexion issue, that colorism issue. You know, you're not talking to me because I'm a chocolate sister, okay? You want me to have my hair not in braids. You want me to have 30-inch hair down in my behind because you want this video girl. You have this perception of somebody that I can't be. And a lot of men too, they want you to have the big titties, big ass, and the flat stomach, which this stomach over here is not flat, baby. Okay. And they want you to cook, clean, be this kind of trophy wife. And you like, that's unrealistic.
Fuck them and all of that. Right now.
But now that I'm trying to be focused on, let's see if we vibe. Let's see if we click. Now I'm still getting the guys. It's like you in your 50s or 40s and you thinking that's the new 30s.
But here's the thing, even when you don't get any indication of that, you don't know what can happen, because infidelity is something Ben and I have dealt with. We have dealt with that, and I never thought that he would be unfaithful. There were no indications of that.
Did he ever say why he did it?
Because he was greedy and selfish.
Wow.
It'd be that simple for men, like women. So here's the thing, women, if and when we cheat, it's because some type of emotional connection. We're feeling, someone is feeling that attention for us. We're mentally stimulated, or it might be sexually too, because if our husband ain't, you know, putting it down like that, because women like to have, and that's a misconception too, women like to have sex just as much as men, if not more. And a lot of times we hit our sexual peak and we keep going. But also there's the accountability in what conditions were in place for you to feel comfortable to do that. Not to say that this excuses it at all, because again, it's still accountability on both sides. But you have to recognize, what were the conditions at that point? What status were you all at? It's never 100. It's never 50-50. And that's the misconception people have too, that, oh, if he do this, I'm gonna do that. It's gonna be half and half. No, it's gonna be sometimes where the scales are unbalanced. And people say equally yoked. That doesn't mean you're not equally yoked. That means sometimes you stand in the gap and sometimes your mate stands in the gap. It's like you all have to complement each other. It's never going to be 50-50. It's going to be sometimes where they're pulling their weight and vice versa. You show up in the marriage the way examples you've seen in your life. Because I know it's people who be like, oh, if he cheated on me, I'm going to leave him. Okay, well, do you. Because I had to choose what was best for me. Now, It's not an ongoing thing. There's no way in hell you just gonna be cheating on me over and over again.
Right.
No, that was something I made clear. Like, okay, we're not about to make this a back and forth bullshit. Understand that.
Facts.
Understand that. Now,
Right.
because you make a choice. It's not about, I hate when people say, oh, it was a mistake. No, you made a choice.